Well, hey guys, welcome to part two of writing an up-tempo public domain Christmas Carol instrumental cue. So this one's going to be really fun. I'm doing jingle bells here, and if you've already watched part one, then you've kind of seen where we're at. I got a lot of editing to do, and the editing is kind of make this because I got the parts in there, but they're all over the place from memory yesterday when I finished doing the doing what I had. There's lots of different parts that are moving around, so I'm going to really kind of put it together in this editing video, and then we're going to mix and master it. And the mix and mastering should probably be a little bit quicker, but anyway, so let's just dive in. So we're actually going to kind of put the pieces around and make this track a little bit more musical. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so let's dive in. So what do we got here? We got the bass. Oh, and for anybody if remembers, I lost the bass, or deleted, actually recorded over it. So I had to go back to an older session, export it back out, and then import it back into this session. So the first thing we do, we might just go have a look at the bass real quick. Just make sure it's in time. And just get rid of noise. Like if you have a little listen here, that's a bit of noise. We don't need that. While I'm there on the acoustic guitars, we don't need any of that. Don't need that. So we're just cleaning things up. And when I do those stops, I usually just cut out the in between in the noise in between, because you can kind of hear it with the red is the bass here, and you just know that this is just extra noise. So I'm just gonna, especially when they do these little stops, just gonna make it a little bit cleaner for those parts. I wouldn't worry about those unless I saw a big mark there, but those are just so small. But just getting rid of some of this, like I might do that one. Bit of noise there. Where's that? Get rid of that noise. Alright, well I'm fine with that just for now. So now we're going to do little crossfades or fades on the end. F is my shortcut there. That means they're going to have all these little fades on. So just to know that I did that, I'm actually just going to consolidate that. Let's have a listen if they're on time. Let me go down and make sure that bass is turned up a bit. Go a little bit early on that one. A little bit early on that. A little early on that one. A little early on that one. Maybe a hair early on that one. A little bit early on that one. Those are a little early too. Early on that one. Now if I do miss any, sometimes I know I miss a few. What I do is I just keep going. I try to keep a bigger picture or a bigger mindset of the whole song. So I keep moving forward, and then if something jumps out at me later, I go back, and of course I can go back and tune it up. But sometimes it's not, if it doesn't stick out enough, it maybe is not a driving part or such a monumental part where I need to fixed, it didn't matter too much. So we just kind of keep looking at the bigger picture. That was a little fast, or a little early. And that one. Cool. Alright, next thing I got to do is make sure all those have little fades, and so there's my F key for that. So I think we're good with the base. I'm actually going to just consolidate that. That one's done. Let's get rid of this. Editing is all about cleaning up and making things a little cleaner and clearer. So this sleigh bell, I didn't end up using it yet. I did want to use it. I just need to edit it. So let's go ahead and listen to that. That sounds way better than the other ones. I like that a lot. Drums. That's a great sleigh bell. So I just like that so much better. It's organic and it feels good. It's recorded with a really nice mic too. So it's a really good sample. So now we're just going to try and grab, find probably if I can get 3 measures, that would be really good, because what I'll do is I'll loop that 3 measures. I might even do 5. Sometimes I like to do odd numbers so that it doesn't quite fit in. Like most stuff is looped. 1 measure is looped a lot, 2 measures is looped a lot, and then the next one maybe 4 measures might be looped, and then maybe 6, but most of the time it might go to 8 measures, then it's looped. So when you do those odd numbers, it's if someone's listening out to really, you can kind of trick them that it's like, well, it didn't quite do it every second measure, it did it every odd one. And so I often kind of try and do that, try and find an odd amount of measures to loop. Right, that's a good start there. That's actually pretty good. I don't know how many that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it says at the top here. That's actually 12. Let's do 11. Cool. Okay, so we got that. We are going to keep that. Let me just fade the ending a little bit, or the beginning, I should say, and then fade the ending. And we are just going to see if I can consolidate that. And let's just see how that works over here. So if I just duplicate that, it should work out and not have a, it's got a little fade there. Let's have just listen, see if we can hear it by itself. Yeah, hardly anything, so that's good. So we're just going to add that through. Alright, cool. So copy that. Let's go back to the very beginning. I do kind of start a little bit before, and I think I like that. So I do kind of start a little bit early, but I like how that kind of comes in. Maybe I'll just move that there, but I want that start one. Maybe I'll, this is what I do sometimes. Might be other ways to do it. I'll just copy that track down here, and then I'll paste this one here, and I'll just see where it's a good spot, whereas I can kind of like throw it in here. Let's see if we can throw it here. See what that sounds like. Maybe cut that there. Yeah, that's great. I'm actually, it's a little bit too much on the beat, so I'm just going to pull that back a little bit. Alright, cool. Now we just need to get, we only need a few loops here. Next, let's go back to that loop I had. And I think I'm just going to just copy it. Because it's odd numbers, it's coming up the weird number there, but that's alright. Alright, cool. So now I like these ones here. Well, this is just like a hit, I think. I'm going to add that. Okay, so I'm actually going to stereo that. So I'm going to copy and duplicate another track down. I was going to find like 3 or 4 of these ones that would go together. I line them up together. So let's do this one. And we'll do this one. And we'll do this one. And this one. That'll be fine. I'll just do, let me do 2 more. So I'm just going to make these a little bit wider because they're going to, it's just going to be just doing that. It's like just going to hit on that. It gives it a little ear candy. It hits on the 2, 3, 4 of the half time. Make sure I fade those together, or make sure I give those some crossfades. Now, which beat does it come in? I want to make sure I stop right on this. So I'm just going to play it all the way through. I went to that there. So there is another little hit that's coming. Where is that? It's coming in. Maybe it's these guys. Yeah. So let's put those together. I'm not sure why that's not coming. Oh, that's okay. We'll come back to those chimes because I want to give them a certain sound. All right, so is that playing all the way through? Yeah. All right, so that can go up there with the chime, with the other chimes. Let me just color code some of this stuff so I know it's where it's coming from. So these are all drums. I could go and title them and, you know, do what works best for you. Sometimes I probably should title, but it might be faster when I don't. I think I just color code stuff and put these. And I'm reading kind of here. This is a drum element, and but whatever works for you. So how your system works. Let's have a listen to that kick. I'm going to turn on the compressor there. This is the kind of a mixing thing. I always kind of cross over when I'm mixing and editing. This one's all ready to go. It's on the it's an LA2A that works great on bass and vocals. I like it on a lot. Definitely on bass. If you haven't used this on bass, try it out and or use it until you want to use something different. And I want about maybe minus 2 or 3 dB of gain reduction. And actually, the bass actually was recorded through a Great River preamp into the LA 2A anyway. So it's already kind of getting. That's why it's all kind of leveled already. But that was that's by KGS. It's 500 series. All right, so let's keep going. Where are we up to? So the sleigh bells there. When I come to that, I might do a snare. I think I'll do a rim shot. And those shakers might be a little too much. I might even actually get rid of them. I don't even know if I'll use them. I'm going to turn them right down, those shakers. I'll turn them right down. I might end up just using them in the last chorus or something. That kick drum seems a little too. I have got a slight swing on it, so I'm coming on the 32nd bit, da-dun, but it might be too much. Let me see if that works better. I might do a snare here, or a rim shot, I should say. So yeah, if you know, and then I'll go to a snare before I forget. So if you notice, I added a little extra one in here somewhere. Where was that? A little extra one. This is all ear candy. This makes it feel something, the most tiniest thing. There's like little bits more of things just moving, and it because if it's a loop, sometimes you might know it's a loop until you know it's a loop, and so it's like you're hearing, and then you're like, oh, that's the exact same thing, you know. So if you just change these little things up, then people will never think, oh, this was pretty much looped, because you've added these other little elements. And so I always try to do that, whether it be just an extra little kick or maybe a little kick here. Maybe we'll see how that works. Yeah, and you turn it down a little bit so it's just a little bit there. I don't like it that, but that's the idea. So, okay, so let's go back to that snare. Where's the snare? Okay, another one there. I might get rid of the snare there. Actually, that's a clap, I should say. Clap right here. I'll just go back to a regular kick. I left one in there. We'll hear what that sounds like. As I said, a little bit of movement. And that's where the snare should come back in. So I'm actually going to do something here. I'll make it a little faster. Make it consolidate the whole section, and then find my chorus, which is here. Make my grid a bit wider so I can see it. I'm going to add that in there. It's a lot easier. Alright, so I need to add this one. And let's definitely get rid of the shaker there. We need to add cymbals, of course. Actually, I might add this here. It sounds a bit bare, or needs something there. Yeah, so I'm going to do yeah. I'll keep that there. So let's just move these back, or fade these, crossfade these. Should be able to just do a crossfade there. So I am going to do symbols there, so that might cover that up. Feeling so bare. Let's add the symbols now. We'll just start there since we know. So I was trying to find the right symbol because it sounded like sometimes they hit different, based off how they're hitting it. So I wanted that one sounded a little bit better to me. Let's have a look at the drum kit here. So I have a ride, I have a crash over here, or so there's two different crashes there. So this one here. So let's have a listen. We'll see which one comes in. So that is a 17-inch, and what's this one? 17-inch dark crash. This one is a dark crash. So they're very similar. Just a little different in pitch. Let's change this one a little bit to 22. No, too big. That could be nice. That's nice. Yes, I like that. So, which one was it? Then towards the end, which ones am I doing? I guess I'm doing a ride. This actually should be. That's it. You usually only use the ride. You only use the ride maybe during the bridge. Sometimes people use it in the chorus, but it's like going to an extra. It's kind of like a hi-hat, but that's where it's kind of used mostly. It's like a hi-hat, but it's the ride, so it's more of an open ringing cymbal kind of sound. The cymbals are more for, or the crashes, I should say, a bit more for accents. But let's have this from the top. Let's do a little. I'm just going to add a little snare fill. Obviously a cymbal there. I might even do a little edit point, cut these. I gotta cut out the shaker up there too. Maybe just half of it. Half a measure, I mean. Let's see what it's not a whole measure. Alright, we're going to do a different cymbal. Down. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the shaker there. Let's try another one in there. See what this is like. No, a little too much. Maybe one over here. Another cymbal. So that snare, I have the grid set to 32 note. It was actually, and I had that snare hitting the 16th. If you see that 16 there, and it just wasn't right because this has a bit of a swing. So the swing you can lock up to the 32, which is obviously the kicks on that, the 32nd spot there. So it feels a bit more of a swing. Yeah, a little bit more of a swing to it than the 16th. It's a little straight. That's what we want. Cool. Okay, so I think the drums are done for now. If there's anything we can add to that, let's go to the electrics. Get rid of these. Get rid of that one. Get rid of these, just cleaning up. We've got acoustic guitars there. I haven't done them yet. Let's have a listen to the electrics. Turn them up a bit. Alright, so we want to make sure these are in time. Make sure they're hard left and right so we know which one. Our ears kind of tell us that, oh, it was the left one out, as well as visually we can see which one it was. They don't need to be super tight, but just I'm just going to tighten them a little bit, but they don't need to be super tight. This one maybe a bit. Because you definitely want that feeling, that jamming feeling. This one's definitely needs to be moved up. Actually, that one's too far or too early. It's a little bit on the beat, a little bit excited. Let's move it back. Move it back just a bit. This one can move back, it's quite ahead. Somebody was having fun just playing it. He's got to move up a bit. Now remember the 30-second was give us that swing, so that's the spot there it should be lined up to. So this one's a little early. These both are a bit early. As I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over those with and press F for making sure they're all got right fades, but we'll do that in a minute. A little bit early on that one. A little bit early on that one. And that one. And that one too. So I can move back to that 30-second spot. Let's get rid of that. Is it just there? Let me get rid of these because there are going to be copies. I think it's just this note here. Da-da-da-da. That's it. A little bit early on those. A bit early on that one. Early on those two. And that one came in a little late. A little early too. Alright, we're going to let that ring out. Now I'm going to duplicate that. And I'm going to delete that, but I'm going to pull these guys down because I want this just to be my melody and I'll treat it differently. Let that ring out for a while. Now we're going to make sure we fade all those parts, and then I'm actually going to do Actually, I'm not going to consolidate because there could be a couple of noises in here or something later on I need to tweak. So I'm just going to leave it like that. And this part over here needs to go down here. Oh, and this part as well. Because this part is my melody going to be going at the end. Alright, so this part here, actually you can heal that, but this part needs to fade into here correctly. Okay, so now I'm going to make these super tight, get these right. There's a little shortcut that I do for these is you can set it to, you go down to this button, rhythm, and then rhythmatic, and then analyze it. Now we need to make sure these are going to hit on the 32nd to make sure they swing. So they might be all over the place, we'll see. Yeah, I was a little early. One thing I like to do sometimes before I do that is just bring this out a little bit. Make sure I got them all. Consolidate that. Oops, not consolidated. Consolidate it all the way to there. There we go. So now that's we have that part. Now I just mute this. So that means underneath here, if there's any mistakes, I can drag that out. But let's go ahead and do what I did before. Oops. Alright, so I did 30 seconds. I'm still going to do that, because I think most of it might be right. And then we're going to go save that, or you just commit it. Alright, so then we're going to watch some of these notes. That's good, that's good. There's a little extra note, don't need that. This one went wrong. So let's duplicate those two. These are the ones that aren't affected. Actually, delete those. And the other one. So we're going to drag them up whenever there's a mistake. So right here, there's a mistake on this one. It grabbed it and it pushed it too early. But I might be able to just do this. And these are too early as well. That one's pretty messed up there. Alright, so let's just do this manually. This one should go here. On the beat there, which is right there, I can see. And this one should come in on, this one's definitely on the beat as well, which it looks like it is. These guys should be on the 1, 2, 3, they should be on the 30-second one. This is what it should be. Let's see if that sounds right. Yep, this one's just early now. Yep. You know what? Let me line them. I think that I was racing too much for the whole thing. So I'm actually going to try this again. And do them all as 16ths. Just to get it to go to the closest grid. Because I think I got it pretty close. It's just some of those little ones that are going to hit on the 16th and they should have hit on the 32nd, and those are the ones I'll just tweak. Otherwise I'm going to be tweaking them all. It'll take too long. Oops. That's fine, I'll just do that. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. And we just take it off. Commit. It's probably going to be built better. So I can copy this one. They both might be wrong. Let's see if this works. Yeah, I think that works. Alright, I think I can use this one as well. Here. There we go. I think that's it. Let's have a listen. that's good. Let's have a listen to this other one now. Alright, I think this is a spare down here. Let's put that up here, because obviously I need that one. That's a little early. See if this one's better. It looks better. That looks better. That's a bit better. A little early on that one. A little early. Cool. Alright, we've got a couple of fades there to do. Alright, cool. So let's get rid of that spare. Don't need that. What is this part? Oh, that's just that other spare. We're going to get rid of that for now. Alright, now we've just got some acoustic guitar. Let's keep going back to that melody that I corrected the first time. Let's make sure it's right. Alright, just need that part there. And this part. Cool. Okay, so that's the proper mount, the proper one now. There might be another mistake in there, but we'll see. Let's copy that there, and we copy it here, just so we never have that other thing, that other sound echoing in our ears again. All right, let's have a listen to some acoustic guitars. Clean them up just a bit. Now I recorded these a bit too low, so we're just going to put some compression on it just to turn it up a bit. Actually, before we do that, I might just see that acoustic guitars, make them loud here. Alright, cool. So that's pretty straightforward, those guitars. They're not going to be loud in the mix. They're going to be down quite a bit. So now, these electric guitars, I might need to tweak those sounds a little bit, but I think we have most of the elements here. I've made sure that everything's tuned up and everything's tightened up. Everything's in time now, and so I think we're ready to kind of like start the mixing process. Yeah, I think we're ready. Let's head that way. If there's, of course, if there's anything we need to add, we're always here. We can always add the next parts. We can, if we want to add another guitar or a shaker or something, we can always add it. So that's a good thing. It's not sealed on the dot. It's not completed, signed, and formed and sent until we get to our mix 2 or 3, whatever until that's ready. Awesome. Okay, so that wraps up the let me grab this video here. There we go. So that wraps up editing. A little bit more editing in this one because I pretty much just threw a bunch of ideas when I first started it, but a lot of editing in this one. Next video, I'm going to take a little bit break now, probably a 10-15 minute break, and then I'm going to start mixing. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.